I'm pretty sure the Ashe was picked here purely for her R button. It's going to be like, well, we really have engaged. Now it's very situational. Well, the Spheres from Syndra, you know, they might not hit. It depends on the situation. But that R button.
Trick T-Sports, not Rick T-Sports for you guys at home, just in case.
It's like neither team's necessarily going to go for one here, despite the fact that there's a fair few champions who are good in these level 1 situations.
Yeah.
Still really strong. Like one of the most recent nerfs on it was for range champions, and obviously he can benefit from the melee side as well. The extra shield.
Bit of a contest with the crab there. Flipper is going to be able to pick this one up. Might actually just beeline upwards. He's got blue with him.
You know, Flipper is going to take the scuttle, and not really much that Chum can do about it. So a good start for the Talia. Flaxes haven't been in the EULCS.
Oh, they're looking for this.
Oh, Engage coming in.
Yeah, Pedersen can get slowed down by the Ashe. They've got the seismic shove as well. Goes in with the Zenith Blade. Ignite is down, and the Sapling should just chase for the kill. Poulsen makes sure he's the one to find first blood.
Viego steals the whole champion.
That was because that was the time where like Gangplank had like a 90% pick ban, and same for Darius, and Mordekaiser was 100% pick ban. That Worlds patch was interactive, and Hoyes might be having an interactive experience. Dodges away on the seismic shove, gets chunked out heavily, and has to cleanse. That's not how you want to return to lane. Having to burn both of his pots.
Oh, not going well for them.
Nilly's in trouble. Flaxfish with the insec on the Jace. The blind is there, and that is Chelm with an easy kill. Dusty. Not at all. I mean, look at poor Hoyes. Gets 60. Ashe Arrow goes a little wide. There's a Twisted Advance, actually. She's going to slow Hoyes down. Pedersen eats the Twisted Advance to make sure that Hoyes doesn't get chunked out too much, and a plate will be picked up there by Trix. Pedersen actually looks to go all in. Solar Flare onto the support. The Ignite is ticking away, and Hoyes is just going to flash him forward. Achu trying to find those last couple of shots into Hoyes to get response kill here, and he'll be able to do so. Meanwhile, Flipper fighting Chelm. Chelm flashes over the seismic shove and shuts him down. Meanwhile, Nilly's going in onto Flaxish. It's action absolutely everywhere. About to gnar out, so Chelm goes, you know what? I'm out. I'm done now.
We do get a replay. And yeah, so in this situation, taking tower hits is a really nice engage there from Pedersen, but if he died from that tower hit, this would be perfect. But Hoyes is forced to flash in. He knows the ult would just be blocked, and that ends up sacrificing his life, so losing out. But here, Cheum can just walk at him. Even has the flash at the end to dodge away from the seismic shove, but no way you win in that one. And Flax this, I'm not really sure what happened in the top lane, but just taking too much damage. And this Jace pick not really working out at all for the side of Dusty.
Shu definitely smells something up. Catching a couple of members with his volley now. Baloo's made his way over. Hoyes actually does get a plate and denies a fairly large wave. Flipper's on the opposite side of the map, so actually can't help his bot lane here. There's the Ashe Arrow. This might just be the engage they're looking to onto Pedersen. Chunk him to half health. And
see, Flipper's looking here for Flaxish, but Nilly gets chunked out.
Yeah, Nilly gets chunked out heavily. There's the wall, though, and Flaxish can take a serious amount of damage from Nilly. Flipper will be the one to pick up the kill in return, although misses out on the Q. Seismic shove, and actually, Flipper goes very close to going down. Return will be a dragon for Dusty. They're picking up their second.
Yeah, so able to pick up the second dragon, but it's still rough. I mean, you don't pick Jace to fall behind in the laning phase. You pick Jace because you want it to crush lane and come out ahead. And I felt like again, Mega Gnar, super strong, super powerful. Mini Gnar, a little bit in the weak side. I felt like I expected Flax to be doing better in this laning phase, but not only has he been dominated in that regard, he's now losing out this tower. TP him back. I actually could be able to defend this. You know, the tankiness of the tower when it gets low. So a bit of a missed execution there. If you want those last two plates for the tankiest, be taken down.
Oh, no. Hoyes. Cleanse goes down. And
you're going to get like the higher value. But in Mini, you have a base 10% of the max HP. So that's why I have picked up. But gone for the stride break in this situation.
I mean, Tricked are just launching ultimates on cooldown.
When engages until like at least Jin has 2 items.
Oh, Nilly getting chased onto here. There's the blind. There's the slow. Flax just jumps into him. Stride breaker's used by Nilly already. Trying to stack up the Gnar in time. Can he mega? Yes, he can. Chelm dodges away with the ultimate. Gets Wallets back. Here comes Flipper. Teleport's coming down as well. Dusty now forced to run away as Flipper hot on the hunt for Chelm. Poulsen's looking for the beautiful scat of the week, and Flipper will get the kill. Bubble from Saucy will connect, and going to get actually a massive chunk out here. Flax is maybe with a snipe. Almost gets the damage onto Poulsen.
Dusty are wanting to set up for this dragon, but it's so, I just don't think you can. I mean, look at the sapling damage. It's really doomed. You can't. This is the thing, as I was saying before. If this bot lane of Trick get ahead, it's devastating.
Oh,
The
there's the
control
Ashe arrow
is
onto Saucy. They're going to use everything. The heel's been burned. Baloo just follows over the wall, smashes him back, and Paulson.
I will say the only positive in this game is that it's an Infernal Soul. And the fact that, you know, Tricked are miles away from getting the soul, but the big thing with Infernal Soul is it deletes bushes.
True. Actually, okay, yeah.
Which is actually really nice against Maokai. It's particularly this area that there's a lot of benefit from the bushes being cleared out. It's much easier to approach with the wall taking down and the bushes being available. We're still engaged as I'm saying this.
Oh, Pedersen's under a lot of fire here. The Twisted Advance can catch multiple members out. Flip actually getting caught out by the Solar Flare, and Chelm gets a shutdown. This is 2 kills for Dusty. Teleport's coming in to get the backup as the bubble connects, and the Gnar hop, skips, and jumps over the wall to safety.
There's a lot of poke damage coming out from Machu and Blue, but they're not able to finish off these kills. And you can see Chelm just nearly 100 zeros. Flipper there, and then the follow-up is beautiful. And it's 2 free kills, including a shutdown for Flaxish. They would be 2 minutes from this game being over. Just have good CC, but they don't always have the sustained damage to follow through in these fights. And rather than just controlling an area and forcing Dusty to face check, very easy to sort of land those ones. You can see Engage coming in.
There's the arrow, there's the flip. Pedersen's the one to tank everything there. Scatter the Weak's not going to quite hit. They just chunk out the support a little bit, but not enough really to be anything impactful, and not what they really want to be burning the Ashe arrow for just before Dragon comes up. However, looks like they're trying to catch him off guard here. Are Dusty going to go for the trade? The Baron has already been started by Tricked, and now Dusty are having the realization that this could be really detrimental to them. Remember, they do have a lot of pokes, so getting caught inside that pit does afford an opportunity. Sapling's going to catch onto Hoys and do a fair amount of chunk damage to him. Chelm's going to start up this Infernal Dragon, and now with the wall being thrown down, Pedersen might find himself caught out, has to flash away from Nilly. His Tricks need to barrel towards this dragon, but I think Dusty have had enough time on it. It's half health at the moment, and Chelm is going to get forced away. Big shot blast by Flaxish, and Chelm just continuing to go at this dragon here. As it's secured for the side of Dusty and Tricked. They went for the bait, and they kind of got caught sleeping a little bit. The dragon, and we were saying both these teams do use that Infernal Soul incredibly well. Dusty have been showing their teeth in the last few moments with some of these plays.
I mean, look at Flaxish going for the freeze here and get this 4th dragon. It could well be the game very much in their favor. They're looking for an engage on a Pedersen, but he's just too tanky.
While it's a bit of a chunk onto Pedersen, he is able to heal up. Now they're actually going to throw the ultimate down from the Maokai just to zone them for the moment, as Solar Flare is also fired. Here comes the Curtain Call, sorry, from Hoys. Flaxish gets out a big shot blast onto a Chew. He flashes forward, looks for Nilly.
But they definitely need to secure this one. So far, it's serving them well. We'll see if that continues.
Well,
Gage coming in.
Once again, it's Pedersen who eats all the CC, so it's fine.
He has so much tenacity as well. It just doesn't last any time. It is a minute 15 until that dragon, though. And you can see that Dusty are wanting to contest this one. Oh, Sleep Trouble with the land.
Getting chunked out pretty hard there. Solar Flare in to the stopwatch. Big ulti comes down, and now Baloo maybe looking for someone. Flashes forwards, the wall goes up. Hoist has to flash and cleanse, and Achu just continuing to poke away. It's a big shock blast, but Pedersen is finally going to go down. Tricked have been trying to kill this man for so long as they do pick him up, and Saucy all alone on the wrong side of the map. They know where he is.
Yeah, they know exactly. He is so doomed.
Want to see if you can get a little something. Dodging away.
Has he actually
execute? Oh!
Yeah, so I mean, this is just, you can see Dusty want to get this dragon. They're like, we got 3, we should go for it. But that scatter for the week from Paulson interrupting the channel was beautiful. Flaxish.
Real time, Flaxish is dead. But now we can go back to this little play by Saucy.
Yeah, so no connection for Flip, and he backs away. Dodges the scatter of the week. Dusty, you know, I had a lot of praise for them navigating to a position where they are now, but you know, they are in a bad position. It's just they still have a window to win this game, and a lot of poke coming in.
Yeah, a lot getting thrown out. Baloo gets chunked out himself as another Nature's Grasp is just going to be thrown out for a little bit of chunk. Big shot blast by Flaxish onto a Chew and Flipper, but the tower will finally go down.
First thing on the side of Tricked, where if you catch them, they just don't die.
Oh, Flaxish
are being caught.
Yeah, they're looking for him. He has to flash over the walls. He eats the Unleashed power. The flash burnt, though.
It's a lot of damage. He had Spell Shield as well for the first one.
Yeah, the first orb didn't even do damage from the ulti. Chew is in a very questionable position here, getting jumped onto by Chelm. Uses the Gale Force. Solar Flare's been thrown down as well as they're looking for a bubble. Nature's Grasp will send everybody packing though. And
I think you have to with the deficit. I don't think you can really just contest this one.
Pedersen's just getting bullied right now.
Oh, we got a count of how many Ashe ults have hit Pedersen. Like, it's so many by this point. Yeah, I mean, you can't face check them at the moment. Super strong. A lot of harass. Trying to look for some poke in return, but the Ashe Arrow, that's a good target.
Oh, it's actually not Pedersen this time. Achu's looking just to hunt Hoist down, flashes into him, slowing. Nature's Grasp locks everyone up, and Achu's just firing away still. Pedersen's able to get out. Nobody's died yet, but the health bars are low. Nilly's looking for the slam back. Can't quite get it as he gets the slow onto Pedersen. Saucy jumps back in, jumps back out. Dusty will finally lose their support once again. Poor Pedersen has just been picked on so hard this game.
He should have taken a Scryer so they could have kept that ward there, but either way, it ends up going down. It's a 1-0. Dusty trying to fish for something, but they're still so far behind. It's so dangerous. And when the Ashe Arrow hits...
Oh! Can Saucy die? Oh, Flipper! Beautifully played there. Teleport by Nilly. Flaxish. You're not getting away from that one. It is just Hoys.
And that's Baron. And I think this is the point, after this Baron's collected, I think that's the point where it's done, it's over.
Yeah, I would probably agree on that one. It's not the fastest Baron in the world. Obviously, they don't have their jungler here yet. He's on his way
at this point.
But it has been picked up. There is no contest coming down. And Baron Nashor and a Dragon and a team fight to traits as we jump into the replay and just see this once again.
I mean, look how low the health bars are here. I think the assumption was maybe, oh, they're definitely on Dragon, but you're still face checking into a sapling at minimum. So I'm not sure what Chilm was doing there. And it kind of just led for this play where everyone on Dusty died. And they are going to try and hold this one out against the Baron, but it's difficult because there is so much threat, so much harass available to the team.
It takes a lot of damage there. That was an Ashe Arrow coming out from Achu. Got the Frozen Mallet replacement.
Again.
I can't remember the bloody name of it.
Serylda's Grudge?
Yes, that is, yes. I was actually looking for a quick assassination off there. Curtain Call comes down, and Flipper actually may just lose his life. Baron off the member. The Nature's Grasp is just doing a bit of zoning job here. Saucy's doing a lot of damage. Has a stopwatch. There's a stopwatch in return. Shelm's going to flash forward. Poulsen flashes out. Nilly is on that flank, and Hoys doesn't quite connect the W with a deadly flourish, and they do lose one. Good turnaround there by Dusty just to get a kill, but ultimately Nilly level 18 on the Gnar right now. 4, 1, and 2, pushing up.
2 minutes though, and they may not be anymore.
This is
when they get Infernal. When either team gets Infernal Soul, it's going to be a bit crazy.
Poor Pedersen once again getting jumped onto, is able to escape the Nature's Grasp this time. No, he's not. He is actually going to get caught out there. Flip from Flipper's not going to quite flip him back. 5 if you include the boots.
See, I don't know. I've played support Maokai, and any game. I mean, okay, the Infernal Soul is always a feels bad man when it restricts the bushes.
Oh, he's a lot there. Flip actually separates everyone off. Pedersen just gets flipped back. He's just getting cyber bullied right now. Good little stopwatch there by Flipper. Nilly's on the flank. Got a Narbar in the working here. Jumps forward, has the stride breaker to close the gap if he needs to. Takes a fair amount of damage on the tail end and decides not to commit anything else as the rest of his team weren't there. But now he's about to Gnar out. Now he's feeling it a little bit more.
Okay, I think they lose an inhibitor here, but I think that's okay. You just need to back off. You lost a member, but you still have time before that dragon spawns. Not the end of the world, but definitely not a good for Dusty. Playing with fire a bit there from Cersei around Dragon. It's really hard to see how Dusty contests this one. And again, I think if that Infernal Soul goes down, that's when I'm ready to call it over.
Pedersen taking a little bit of poke. Surprisingly tanky how much he's been kind of picked off. But she's just firing away. Pedersen gets in with a Zenith Blade. They're looking all in onto the Ashe here. Gonna find himself a nice little shutdown as Nilly about to Gnar out. Can he find the big one? Blue's got a Nature's Grasp throwing down, trying to chase onto a couple of members, but Dusty able to move away from that one. The Demonic Embrace does a little bit of burning. Tricks, they'll lose their AD carry, but they will pick up this dragon. There's not going to be enough time from the side of Dusty.
That Nature's Grasp was actually massive there, just securing them the dragon, because, I mean, obviously they got the pick on the Ashe, which is great. Love to see this setup, love the engagement Pedersen. He knew that they were able to go for that one. but they still lose out on that dragon just because the Nature's Grasp zones so heavily. And now Infernal Soul in the hand of Trick just makes them even more powerful. But there is a window with Ashe down where Dusty can make things happen. But
oh no!
Every time!
Pedersen has nothing. He's so dead. Oh, he got knocked over the wall. He's got a blast code. Pedersen makes the great escape.
How did he get knocked through that wall?
I didn't think Maokai Q could do that, but I think that's what happened. We'll have to have a look at that a little bit later, because at the moment, Nilly chasing Flaxish down, about to gnaw out. Flaxish about to lose his life, and he just swips around. Hoyes has to cleanse, and Nilly connects the slow, jumps in one last time. With that Infernal Sword, there's enough burst damage to work with, and Chelm trying to get a big shutdown, but he's unable to do so. 2 for none for Trick there. And with
but Pedersen's alive. Yeah, I think this is going to be the push. They got super minions in the bot lane. It's 3 members to defend from Dusty.
Can they do it? A lot of poke is still available. Flaxish looking to see if he can find somebody or something. Inhibitor will go down. That's 2 inhibs, and Saucy having a flash away to safety. Pedersen once again eats an arrow, looks for the stun. Open Nexus though, and with Saucy locked down, with Pedersen finally falling, and a double kill gifted over to a Chew. 41 minutes on the clock, and a triple kill to round it out. Trick take the win.
Well, we have another win under our belt for Trick. They're coming out very strong in this NLC spring. They were very strong, I think, actually last split as well, but again, continuing that trend once more. And honestly, it was a long slog. Like, it was back and forth between both the teams over and over again. And honestly, it almost felt very difficult to close. But I think most of our analysts kind of said, if this game wasn't over in the laning phase, realistically, we were favoring Trick. Kind of seems like it played out that way, Trouble.
Honestly, it feels like Atu sort of excels when he plays mages. We remember him playing the Ziggs and stuff, and that's the exact same way that he chose to play that Ashe in the bot lane. He had the mandate, he was poking all the time, and we said when the picks and bans came over, we're like, that Ashe was specifically picked for that R button. It was pressed on cooldown. It didn't matter what for, it didn't matter why. It would push Hoyes away, it would take his cleanse, meaning that next time when it would come to a fight or an objective, Hoyes could not approach the situation at all, and then just slowly but surely started choking them away.
And I think it's just like you said, Excandrel. It seemed like that they could not break through the laning phase. You had a Jace that lost to Nah. Nilly must have done something phenomenal. We didn't get to see topside that much, but the fact that he was up in CS shows that something is wrong at the side of Dusty. And the rest of the lanes just never really got to play. So it was hard for Chelm to even be relevant. He did out-jungle Flipper, in my humble opinion, but in the end, Flipper had the better laning phase, and they had the better team comp, so they made it work.
Absolutely did. We've actually got Paulson standing by for an interview, so I'm going to bring him in. Paulson, congratulations on your first win of this season. You guys, I mean, honestly, it was a long game. It was definitely very tense. What were you guys thinking during that game? You know, when it was getting towards maybe like 35 minutes, almost 40 minutes, how were you guys viewing the game at that point?
Well, so after about 2-3 drakes, we realized already from the beginning, but that we had to get control really early over where we wanted to play, which was drakes in this situation. So we can set up with the saplings and just poke them out, because this game was really just a war of who had the vision and who could get the free poke and the free picks on the enemy team.
And for you guys, that just was mostly you were just using your Ashe arrow on cooldown pretty much every time. Even if it was Leona, you were just looking for some kind of pick. And, you know, quite a few times didn't work out, but quite a few times it did. And so you were able to then sort of utilize that to your advantage. Kind of just a bit more holistically, how are you finding preseason? I'm kind of probably going to ask everybody that today, but how are you liking the preseason, the changes that have come through, the new items?
Yeah. I think it's fun experimenting with some items. I've been playing some AD carry here and there. I feel like the Gale Force is kind of broken. So, I mean, at the beginning it's always hard to like get adjusted to all the new changes, but I feel like right now there's a somewhat good diversity between builds in game, and I think it's pretty good overall. So I haven't been enjoying it.
Yeah. I mean, I think most people that I've spoken to, especially at a high level, said that they enjoy the diversity that the items are offering them. That's kind of nice. Good change from what, you know, just going the standard build path almost every single game. How has the team been gelling together? How have you guys kind of worked together in the build up to NLC?
So we had a lot of struggles in the beginning, but we've been working really hard. Every single player has been fully committed. We have changed the sleep schedule of every player and just being really committed and putting in a lot of hours. So we have improved so much compared to when we started scrimming. It was really bad. I think everyone will agree on that. But so I'm just really happy that we improved so fast and so much. And I don't think this game showed nearly what we are capable of.
Well, look, if this was you performing at your worst, I'm excited to see what you look like performing at your best. I'm expecting some big things from Trick this season. Hopefully we see you at the top end of the table competing for the European Masters pulse. And it's been lovely to talk to you. I'm sure I'll get to chat to you again soon. And yeah, we'll see you soon.
Yeah, see you.
Well, you know, he certainly was pretty honest about how their scrims had gone through the early stages of the Tricked roster, but they look, you know, they got it together. They got their stuff together for that game. They got the win in the bag, and it's always nice to start their NLC season off with a win. Now we do
you know what they say when the scrims go bad, right? When the scrims go good at the start, you end up losing every official game. So
that's when
you go that way around.
It's the scrim curse. It's the scrim curse. We do have another magical. Foxdrop takes us through an art lesson drawing board segment here. So, whack out that GCSE art and take us through another play.
I very strictly do not have a GCSE art. I just want to make that very clear. But I don't need to do too much drawing for this one. I'll let your eyes be on the prize here. With Ashe being the poke-heavy man that he was, we saw this a lot in the game, but kind of stepping forward a little bit too much, and Dusty having the opportunity to pick him out of position. Bam! There it is. That's what you picked the Leona for. Great. You get your pick. Everything's sorted. Now, the beautiful thing about this play right here, if we pause it real quickly, Dragon. Now, this bad boy is up. You can see at the bottom right of your screen. You see that? That's the yellow timer. That means it's coming up pretty blooming fast. If this was pasta boiling on the hob, it's starting to bubble. You've got to turn down the heat. It's ready to go. And Trick know this. Despite the fact that they are a man down here, they're able to run straight to the dragon, start rushing it down. And the problem is here, right? If we're just... This is what's so disgusting about AP Maokai support. Look at this. What's this over here? What's this down here and over here as well? Look at those. Those are Maokai saplings. AP Maokai saplings, mind you. And they do such a good job of zoning Dusty away that there's really nothing you can do in that situation. And the thing is, Dusty as well, because they have to dedicate so much into the initial pick, they then retreat backwards and aren't in a great position to even go for that dragon play. And that's the soul. That's the infernal soul that goes over to Tricked. And from that point, it's really when you saw Tricked be able to just accelerate through and bring home the dub.